First, let me congratulate Justice Sri Krishna and his team, because I have never seen a piece of law which has come like this. It's a draft bill and which compasses of all the queries which the citizens had. Number two, not only the draft provisions of the draft bill, but also the procedure which he followed, making a paper, white paper, throwing it to the public, let the stakeholders revert, then taking the points of the stakeholders and then coming out with this draft procedure. I think it is a fantastic work done by his team and so we should applaud him. And as rightly said by Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, that the procedure of the cabinet will be followed. After that, it will be tabled on the floor of the house. So there is a procedure. It will go to the cabinet will understand it. It will be seen with Toto, and then there will be discussion on that, and probably all the procedures, maybe tabling in front of the various committees which is there, and then finally it comes to the house. So I don't know what time it will take, but this is a comprehensive law. This is going to. So I'll take all the three queries which has been raised by Sanjay ji, Nikhil ji, and yourself. One, there was a draft white paper been put in the public domain, and each of us, in fact, I had reacted to that, and one of the events which I had organized, Nikhil ji himself was there to discuss, and it was discussed with press, this was discussed with people of the society. There were companies which represented, there were association which represented, and everybody gave their feedback, their concerns, their views. I give my personal concern, that is about data localization sovereignty, that everything should be localized, and I'm happy it has been accepted. So each and every individual was given a right. My own suggestion has been accepted, so I have that kind of pleasure suggesting that. So this blame or this kind of pointers are incorrect, because it was in public domain when the white paper was there. Number two, right now also it's a draft bill. When there is a draft bill, if there is a genuine concern, I think there can be a suggestion been sent to both the parties. It can be opposition, it can be the standing committee, it can be to the law minister. Nobody stops Nikhil ji or anybody else who has some kind of opinion. Number three, as the minister comes on record, he says full procedure will be followed. Full procedure means it will not come through an ordinance. It will come through discussion and deliberation. So if there is any kind of iota of doubt in somebody's mind and anybody has a suggestion which he thinks will strengthen this bill, should come out and write a paper to them. I think it will be considered. Now, on the part of which one Mr. Nikhil ji made, personal data can be processed for parliamentary, state and G2C services, public interest where it is felt necessary. Now, when an independent state works, it requires certain data to do it, and there they have defined what is the time it can be used when it is meant by non-taking this consent. So that has been clearly defined in the draft bill, and I think it is appropriate. I have not seen this kind of draft bill anywhere. Whatever 6-7 countries law I have read on this, or GDPR which I have read on this, I think this is a larger one. This could be basically a mother law and across the globe, if you see. So entire thing has been taken. Now that coming to the third point, the Aadhaar part. Aadhaar itself is a very strong database. It has been considered. I don't know why people are raising noise about it. It's the third party which has leaked. Now with this bill, the leaks will be identified, not only identified, but there are penalties, and the penalties come to criminal preview. So this will help if there is, in case of any doubt whether the Aadhaar will have any kind of leakages. And we are also waiting for the judgment of Supreme Court. Well, on the data localization part and the sovereignty part, because that's been my subject for many years, and I mean, what I've been in individual capacity advocating is complete sovereignty of the data, and the data should not go outside the precinct of the country. But here at least one part has been said, the data will be kept here. We have to remind everybody, maybe Nikhil Pahwa, people like him who feel that India does not have a technological support here. We are 1/6 of the human beings, 1/4 of the consumers on netizen. So here, once we take a step, our foreign partners have to put their shops here or leave this market. Let Indian homegrown data centers should come up, indigenous data centers should come up, and if there are foreign partners, they want to put their shop here, they want to put their data centers here, they are most welcome. But this will give us an opportunity, create employment, also secure the data within the precinct of this country. Now here, third part is what about the data's discussion. There are they have the entire draft bill has discussed about appellate authority, and probably that authority will also help us to understand and interpret the law. Now this is like what rightly Justice B.S. Sri Krishna said. This is when you put in a new shoe, there will be some kind of pinches, there may be times it will adjust, but over the period, the shoe becomes part of your regular wear. So we'll have to wait and watch till the final bill comes out. I will just request people like Nikhil Pahwa ji to be a little responsible when they make statements, because this bill is in total completely very good, and I don't know where his fear comes out. When he runs a company, he has to own the responsibilities of that. They cannot run away from there. Now, I don't know what this fear comes up. This bill, I think, is a very good piece of legislation which has been shown as a draft bill, and then there is a scope of discussion by all the stakeholders. So, I would like to thank Justice Vinit Sri Krishna and his team to do this a good job.